Zach, our planet Mobius was once a peaceful planet. We creatures of Mobius had once lived in harmony with all the land and its resources. In the recent past, our planet was visited by an alien race, and with them, they brought technology. These invaders are known as humans. They have made their way to Mobius after destroying their own planet with pollution and nuclear war. If they are to live among us now, Mobius will meet a similar fate.
Yeah, how come it was always a peaceful planet before shit goes down? Why couldn't it have been like a slightly shitty planet and then it got worse? It was always like, it was so pristine and perfect.
And then those humans got over there. So, Zach, I have elected to show you the 2010 Sonic fan game known as Sonic Nebulous. Yeah, I have a save file here that has most of the levels. We're just going to start from the beginning. And this is your character roster in this game. We have Sonic the Hedgehog, Sally Acorn, Knuckles with a Rastafarian cap or something, SBO, Tails, Bunny Rabbot, Antoine, Rotor, Amy, Mighty the Armadillo, Vector the Crocodile, let's see here, Charmy the Bee, Jolie Sue the Echidna, who is Knuckles' girlfriend in the comic books, written by Ken Penders, Sir Charles, and Uncle Chuck has a lightsaber in this game. Nicole with this is what in the Archie comics, you know how she's like the handheld computer that Sally has in the TV show. She talks about.
Yeah.
This is what her like form looks like when she goes into like a hologram mode in the comic books. Fiona Fox, who cheats on Tails with Evil Sonic in the comic books, and then her and Evil Sonic date, and it's so good, Zach. Let me tell you. Shadow the Hedgehog, he's really into surfing or something. He's like a hoverboard. I don't understand why. Honey the Cat, obscure character that's
not Virtua Fighter.
Fighting Vipers.
Fighting
Vipers, who you can unlock in Sonic the Fighters through cheating, which then was added as an official character to the Xbox 360 version of the game. Blaze the Cat, I don't know why she looks like that. She looks like some like warrior. Cream the Rabbit, who has a dead Chow instead of a usual Chow, which I guess fits along with the rest of this game's very kind of edgy gothic character design. Roosh the Bat. That's Roosh the Bat. Look at all her piercings in her ears. She looks evil as fuck. Tikal, the Echidna from Sonic Adventure. I'm the one who looks really angry. She always looks really happy in that game. Fang the Sniper, or Knack the Weasel.
Fang the Shotgun, more like.
Lupe the Wolf, who you know from Sad AM. That was actually a season 2 episode where they were investigating the Wolf Pack to be allies when they go up against the Doomsday Project. Sonia
from Sonic Underground.
Yes. Maya the Mongoose, a on and off lover of Sonic's from the comic books, of his many lovers in the comic books. That her gimmick is that she's like a rock star. She plays in a band and has an excellent singing voice. Ari.
Oh, I remember him from Sad AM.
Yeah, the one who got sucked into the void. One of the few characters that's killed off in Sad AM. Rosie the Chipmunk, also from Sad AM, the one that took care of Sonic and his friends when they were kids in the flashback episode. Mecha Sonic, who in this case is not Mecha Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. He's based on Mecha Sonic from the Mecha Madness special in the Archie comics, who was Sonic roboticized by Robotnik. And Shade from Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood for Nintendo DS.
I don't like her anatomy in this game.
They definitely made the suit very tight.
It's so tight that it shrunk her body down.
Yes. So, Zach, of our small amount of characters to pick from, what do you want to start with?
Well, before I say anything else, I will say that, is this where they got the idea for Sonic Boom Tails? With the goggles? Actually, did Tails have goggles before 2010?
That's a good question. He might have had them in some of the comic books, and then he did have flight goggles in, I think, the OVA when he's flying his plane. I think.
Maybe. It's been a while since I've seen the OVA.
That's a good question. But I guess a lot of people like putting him in fighting gear because of... But yeah, this was 2010, so way before Boom. What do you think, Zach? You want to start with something simple with Knuckles, Rastafarian Knuckles?
This is the only thing I remember of this game when you showed it to me in high school, so let's start with Rastafarian Knuckles.
Alright, now we get to take a look at what this game is. So every character comes with their own backstory to set up the story of this game. Knuckles is a native of the floating island, which is called Angel Island in the game continuity, and the guardian of the mystical Chaos Emeralds. Oh, instead of the Master Emerald. Dr. Robotnik has taken them to abuse their hidden power. Without them, Floating Island will fall due to disharmony with the natural elements. Once Knuckles has settled the score and retrieved the emeralds, he plans to return to the peaceful island life. So, we have a map of Mobius itself in this game, and we are going to first the Great Forest, which is where the Freedom Fighters base was in SAT-AM. Most of the locations in Sonic Nebulous are taken from SAT-AM. So, to give you an idea, this is what the animations look like. A very low frame rate. Knuckles has the spin dash. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I forgot to turn off screen rotation, so this game's going to make us throw up when we go through a loop. Okay.
Is there a possibility of doing that in the middle of the game, or once we're in the game, no more options?
Oh, there's no more options. We're fucked now, Zach.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the fire shield in the game. Yep, there we go.
I wonder what engine this was made in. My first thought is Game Maker, but I might be wrong.
You might be right. Yeah, I don't know which engine this was made in. It probably says at the credits near the beginning.
Oh, probably. I might have missed it.
Those little floating things are, of course, the spies, the little spy robots. I forget what the Freedom Fighters called in SAT-AM, but you have little cameras that Robotnik has floating around in Robotropolis. Okay, yep, there we go. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the effects that this particular fan game creator really loved to do. Oh no, Zack, we're low on rings. Thankfully, Knuckles has a new ability in Sonic Nebulous to help him with this. He smokes a bong, and every puff gets him 5 rings.
And increases your timer.
As it so happens. Okay, he's probably not seeing the full extent of the time it's taking for him to do that. What is his other ability? I guess that's it. Oh, that's right. He has a boost while gliding. That's right. And he can also climb, like in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, this game is monstrously ambitious. Like, every single one of those playable characters I showed you has their own abilities, which are all detailed in the game's README file. And honestly, the speed and the sense of that just doesn't really feel all that bad in that game. Actually, it feels pretty good. Okay, alright. And I think we're at the end of the level here soon? Yeah. Yep, beat the act.
Is there a negative to using the bong?
I'm not sure. I guess, because like you said, it increases the timer. I don't know if Sonic Nebulous has like a, time of, like
I mean, when I said increases the timer, I was expecting the game to, oh wait, no, I guess Sonic games didn't have that kind of timer. I was thinking more like the Mario timer. Whereas, like, it usually goes down, and I thought the bong was making it go up. I'm like, oh, wait, no, it just naturally goes up.
Right. Okay.
So,
oh,
I don't know, maybe if you smoke a bong and have too many rings, I don't know.
Possibly?
Or maybe the idea is supposed to be like, oh, you need to stand completely still.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If this game might have a time over, like the classic games where you die if you go 2 over time, but I've never timed over in Sonic Nebulous. So I don't know.
How often has anyone timed over in any Sonic game? I'm not saying it's ever happened, but...
I did in Sonic Mania.
Oh, okay.
Because there's some levels towards the end that do make you go over time. That's right. No, I think Casino Night or one of the levels in... Carnival Night or one of the levels in Sonic 3 I went over time in. But one of the things that Sonic Mania adds is the ability... oh, yeah, here's our first boss. Zach, you might actually recognize this boss from SAT-AM.
It does look a little familiar, but it's been quite a few years since I've seen Sonic SAT-AM, so my memory is hazy.
Season 1 episode, robot that Robotnik creates to try to chop down the forest.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of, but I didn't remember, I don't remember the design of that too well. But that was my first thought.
Yeah, we just have to wait until it clangs its saws together, and then we can jump in between it. Knuckles, of course, jumps lower than Sonic. Okay, we got it. So now we can go past, and For some reason, the instead of clearing out the capsule with the animals in it, it's a roboticizer that has a silhouette of the character we're currently playing as. I don't know how that works. Alright, next world is the Dark Swamp. Another location from Sadia. But...
Did this have the wizard, or am I thinking of a different episode?
Yeah, I think this was the area that had the wizard. You might be right, Zach. But we will actually restart the game because now we want to try out some other characters. So, Dark Swamp, and we'll select... Who do you think, Zach? Who do you want to see?
I kind of want to see SPO the Chameleon, because I'm looking at the design and just being like, what'd they do? What'd they do to him? He's like part dinosaur now.
I don't know. A native of the floating island, SPO makes his way to Nuthole. Dr. Robotnik has become a nuisance for the entire planet with his destruction and pollution. SPO meets up with Sonic and the Freedom Fighters and decides to assist them as a spy. He cloaks himself and makes his way into the deepest and darkest corners of Robotropolis. So now we will play the next world as SPO, and I will try to figure out what the hell his abilities are. Normally it takes 5 or 10 rings to trigger their abilities. What does he do? Okay, yep. He can just stick out his tongue, which makes sense. Oh yeah, actually, he doesn't have any, like, animation wind up with the spin dash. He just goes. Okay. And then, what's his A special? Oh, yeah, he can turn invisible. Duh. That makes sense. Let me see if I can trigger that. Oh, okay, I might need 10 rings to trigger that again. Okay. There we go.
Oh yeah, because it costs 10.
Yep. Probably gives you some form of invincibility, I imagine.
I would hope so.
Okay, let's see here. Whoop. There we are.
I do like the idea of abilities costing rings. Because usually in Sonic, the ring is just a thing you hold on to in case for protection, you know? And then if you have 50 and you have all the Chaos Emeralds, you can go super.
And also if you get 100, you get an extra life.
Oh yeah, and if you get it, yeah.
So there's like a reward for hanging onto them and playing well at the game.
It's always a thing I found weird in tons of games, where you'll be rewarded for playing good. Like the thing I always think about is the Mario power-ups, where you have to play well in order to hold on to it. But if you're able to play that well, where you can hold on to the power-up forever, you don't need it. Whereas if you play badly, you need to power up the most, but you also can't hold on to the power-up.
Right. And I think it's a nice way because you think about... I'm trying to think if there's any other Sonic fan games where you really spend rings on powers, but I guess really not. Because like in Shadow the Hedgehog, it was 2 meters you were filling up depending on if you were doing the light side or dark side things. But yeah, I like it. And it's a good way of easily... you know, design-wise, making an easy way of like being like, okay, here's how each character activates their specific unique ability. They all use the same button, and it has to cost a ring.
I'm just really annoyed that Knuckles is just sit around and get 5 rings with a ball, and why not?
Yep. You're right. There may be some more, you know, like you said, maybe it is like a timer thing, and then you know it makes it easier for you to get yourself timed over, but who knows? There we go. Yep, there we go. There's some rotation. Uh-oh. Lost some rings. There we go. Yeah, enemies just kind of fly at you in this game. Nope.
SPO doesn't look like SPO. SPO looks like a bad version of, oh, what were they called? They were like a TMNT ripoff.
Oh.
Extreme Dinosaurs?
Something like that.
He looks like a knockoff of a knockoff.
Alright, boss 2. It's a strange mutated fish-type creature that will jump out at us. Gotta wait until it's near us and then we can nail it in the water. I don't know if my tongue is really gonna do much to it. We could try. Okay, there we go.
No, I completely forgot you even had that thing. I would assume it could be used like a long-range attack. The tongue, I mean.
Right. And I already beat it.
Okay.
I've never beaten it that fast before. I just got lucky on bouncing on it. Alright, so we're getting to our next world, which will be the island of Nimbus, which Zach might remember from the TV show. This was the area featured in, I believe, the episode Sonic's Nightmare, which is where the iconic line, "Sonic, where were you when the brains were handed out?" comes from.
Oh, I don't even remember that line.
That's from that episode. That episode also has like Robotnik trying to kill Sonic by just like flying his ship into him to murder him, and Snively tries to make him go back on it. So, but it turns out, oh, his ship doesn't have enough power to ram Sonic, so he can't kill himself. So
I kind of want to see Shadow next. I want to see what he does with the hoverboard.
Sure. At some point, I should probably try out some of the Archie and other characters. So yeah, what is Shadow's lore here? Shadow surfs the edges of many dimensions. As a new exit through Void opens, Shadow climbs through into the world of Mobius. Confused, he wonders about the great unknown, and eventually discovering the great forest. Certain that this world is unknown to his own, he hops on his board for a joyride while tagging his name in each new area he discovers.
Yes, every time I think of Shadow the Hedgehog, I think of Just Set Radio.
Right. So he jumps on his board. What does he have? Yep, he has a boost. A lot of characters have a boost that they spend 5 rings on. Okay. What else he got? A? Oh, he like spits out graffiti that is like a screen clear. That's bizarre. Interesting, okay. How do you feel about that screen rotation effect, Zach?
It's actually not as dizzying as I thought it would. Okay, I was just about to say it wasn't going to be as dizzy as I thought it would be, and then it was literally just doing it.
Yep. Oh, that's a swap.
I would assume someone with motion sickness would be much more bothered by it.
Right.
But, like, it's not as awful as I was expecting it to be, but yeah, there are certain areas where it's just turning all over the place.
That's right, he just kind of bounces off his board. Okay, there we go.
But, like, would I prefer it not be in there? Yeah.
Yeah. How do I want to do this? I need to get over there. There. Get on the swap bot. just kind of falls over.
Boing.
Yep. Beat that level. They're all pretty... Most of them are pretty short.
He probably spent most of his time making the art for like 70 characters.
Yeah. The Metro Prison, which I think was like where some of them were captured during that Sonic's Nightmare episode. Okay, yep. We got our classic train level. Knock over these turrets like I'm in Portal. Oh, there we go. Yeah, like, I guess the idea was to try to just make this his own continuity and describe how all these characters end up here. And yeah, Shadows is definitely one of the more surreal ones. Like, he's goddamn Ramona Flowers, like, dimension hopping to deliver Sonic his, like, Amazon packages or something.
I've got a chili dog delivery for Sonic the Hedgehog.
And then Sonic is just like, he's so hot.
I find it funny that in the edgy game, they less edgy-fied Shadow.
Yeah. He's a cool dimension-hopping guy. That rides a board.
With a hoverboard.
Yeah. Just like in the movie, the futuristic movie set in 2015, Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh, honestly, I was going to reference that earlier. That he stole that from Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Kind of has the shoes Marty McFly has in that movie too, I believe.
Oh yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he? Maybe that was generally the inspiration. What if Shadow but Marty McFly? Okay, yep.
Something's wrong with that sprite.
Yeah, whenever I go here, that sprite always looks like that. I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't that way on older computers. Okay, so yeah, we can only hit the ship when it's like close to us. There we go. And it hit us. There we go. It has these little homing missiles. Come on, get close to me.
Are you constantly getting pushed back because you're on the train? Okay.
It's also because I think it partially wants me to be like off the train to the right, maybe, and so that you would get that kind of friction. But I don't know 100% why it's acting like that. But I got it with no rings. So I think this one is the new area that I don't remember from SatAM. Yeah, this is... Oh, yeah. We have a Sky Chase level.
Oh.
Literally, and it is exactly what you think it is.
Oh, no, I don't like it.
But...
I almost want you to choose Tails for this segment just to see what happens.
I think it is exactly what you think, that it's just the same thing. Metro Prison...
Would it be Balloon Chase?
I mean, yeah, it should be Balloon Chase.
I mean, I almost want you to pick Tails, but I think you said you wanted to pick a
yeah, like an Archie or a SatAM character.
I want to see Sir Charles.
Sir Charles with his fucking lightsaber. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I actually really like... Sir Charles is actually the one character I've beaten this game with.
Oh, okay.
As the inventor of the roboticizer, Sir Charles has seen the evil that is capable of. He himself has been transformed from flesh into machine by use of his own creation. Regretting what he has created, he quests to dismantle it. If all goes according to plan, he will be able to reassemble it, converting it into a de-roboticizer, which will reverse the effects of flesh to machine. Yeah, isn't this fun, Zach? Yeah, you know what's
I did not like... I finally played and beaten Sonic Mania before the end of 2025, and I did not like... is that also called Sky Chase in Sonic Mania as well?
I think that was a part of... Wasn't that like a part of...
Wing Fortress?
No, well, I mean, Wing Fortress in Sonic 2 is what it's part of, but in Sonic Mania, it's a part of Mirage Saloon.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
The Western level.
Mirage.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Because, like, if you were, like, on the further back of the plane, and then you tried to move forward to get the plane to move forward, there would be, like, a second delay or so, because Sonic had to get all the way to the right. Yeah,
so Uncle Chuck's a bit OP.
He has, like, a lightsaber spin.
Yeah, so when you jump in the air and you hit the like, special attack button, he will just do, like, a lightsaber spin move. Okay, yep, we got to the next level, so I can show that off a little bit more. This is called Balloon Chase. This level's a little hard because you're up in the sky, so there's tons of pits.
Oh, so this is Dim's level design.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, when you jump in the air and hit the attack button, he does a lightsaber spin, which you have a limited amount of... You have like a little energy bar for it instead of using rings.
You know, at least this game designer knew that there was more than one button.
Yeah, unlike the creator of... the programmer of the old Sonic games, who put everything on one button, hence Balan Wonderworld. Yep, that's what I meant. It sometimes just throws you off because you can't see where the hell you're going.
Yeah, and the physics look like... I mean, like, they look like they work for the most part, but sometimes it looks a little... Like, as you might expect from a fan game, it looks like there's a little bit of jank.
Yeah. But honestly, physics-wise, not too bad for 2010, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know what caused that. Alright, gets to go down here, hit that spring. Oh, well.
Goodbye.
Yeah, this might be where I'm stuck for a little bit because of not knowing where the hell I'm going. Let's see. Go down here. Oh no! Screen rotation wanted to activate, but there wasn't a full spring, a full
Oh, he can double jump?
Yeah, wait, can he double jump? Yes, he can. He can double jump, and he can use his lightsaber. It's like many of these characters' powers are like ridiculous, and some of the more obscure characters to me just don't even have like powers that are worthwhile using. Oh no, Uncle Chuck, no!
Uncle Chuck.
Was
Did
that
Uncle
it?
Chuck
Yeah.
invent the roboticizer inside AM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he helped. Oh, actually, you might be right that maybe that was from Archie, but I'm pretty sure that was from SatAM. Let's see.
Oh no, we have to do Sky Chase again.
We do.
I kind of want to see Rosie the Chipmunk.
Sure, Zach.
What does Rosie the Chipmunk do?
Let's do Rosie. Let's try Rosie. Let's see what she does. Before the takeover of Metropolis, Rosie watched over the many of the freedom fighters as their nanny. Now that they have grown up, Rosie has a bit more time on her hands. Against the advice of Princess Sally, Rosie leaves the safety of Knothole Village and wanders into the great forest. I'll be back in time to make supper. Nobody will even notice I'm gone, she whispers to herself.
Does she also have a lightsaber?
Let's try. Oh my god, look at her arms when she does her little jump move. She's tough. She's a tough granny. What was that, a boomerang?
I think she has a boomerang.
Oh my god, she has a boomerang. Okay, dodge these. Okay, so what's next? What else does Rosie have? She just has a fucking slap? What the hell is that? Okay. But that boomerang is gonna be very... Yeah, oh, the boomerang homes! Oh, that's honestly sick. Okay.
Yeah, like, it is cool to see that this creator went out of his way to give characters, like, their own unique thing to do.
Right.
Which, I mean, you know, they do in the original Sonic games, of course. Knuckles glides and climbs walls and breaks certain blocks, and Tails, you know, has his trademark flying.
Tails wasn't supposed to go above... Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, it still killed me because I fell down.
Yeah.
Even though I went past the goalpost. So Tails was supposed to go below the blimps, not up on top of them with me, so the game had issues.
Is she doing a sliding kick?
Yeah, that's like her spin dash move.
Okay.
Some characters have, like... They can still do, like, a boost forward if you spin dash, but then they, like, immediately stop. Like, Shadow's hoverboard did that, where, like, if I tried to spin dash with it, it would go forward a bit, then it would immediately stop. Oh no, poor Rosie.
I was gonna say, are you supposed to be able to fall off there?
Probably not.
Tails looked like he just gave up following you.
What do you think, Zach? Shade?
Shade, sure. And we gotta see Cream.
Oh yeah, we gotta see Cream as well, yeah. Shade the Echidna has traveled to the Mobius from thousands of years into the future. Her clan, known as the Nocturnus, send her in search of the Chaos Emeralds. She discovers the Temple of Maga and begins to study the hieroglyphics. Not able to understand it completely, she explores the land and makes further sense of the old world. Which I believe, yes, I believe Shade was also from the future in Sonic Chronicles.
I do not like her anatomy. It bothers me.
Her giant head.
Yeah, her giant head. You know, that's a thing that mascot type characters usually always have. Like, Sonic has kind of a big head. Yeah, like Morgana in Persona 5, definitely. There's something, actually I learned it from Persona 5, although I don't know all the details about, like, the golden roll where the characters have a bigger head so they can emote more and look cuter.
Okay, she either has a homing attack or like a forward dash. Oh no!
Oh
no!
I feel like a lot of abilities don't work very well alongside the programming of the plane.
Yeah, obviously not tested.
It almost might just be better to just be Sonic here.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't even done Sonic yet. Which, I mean, his abilities are pretty standard, as you might expect. What's the fun in Sonic? Okay.
Does he have the Insta-Shield in this game?
I think Sonic does. Unless they gave that to one of the other characters, just to give them something to do. Let's see here. Yep.
I don't like her anatomy. I think it's also like the skin tight suit. I don't
know.
Nope.
Spin dash too much. Okay. What can Shade do? Do you got any other abilities? I'm not seeing any, but I guess she has that kind of forward dash move.
You might, if you get like 10 ranks, maybe she'll be able to do something else.
That's true. That's true. Let's try that.
Okay. If you survive long enough and not fall off because the game just sends you to your death.
Okay. I'm just holding it down, and the game seems to be directing me the right way. Oh no!
That's what we get for having faith.
That's what we get. Yeah, that's what religion will get you. That's what Sonic Nebulous has shown us. The error of our ways. No false gods, only Sonic. Okay, Interesting. What the hell is this? All right, she leaves behind a residue of some sort.
This level looks like it's going to be very annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, it already has been, but...
Okay, got over here. Yep. Go up here. Pop that. Okay. Oh no! Oh, God!
Okay, alright, yeah. That actually
And we got a checkpoint.
That actually hurt my head a little bit.
But
oh my God.
But it doesn't matter that we got a checkpoint because we only have one life left. But let's see if we can figure this out. Get over here. Get the chain will take us down here. Okay. I do like the music in this stage. Yeah, so Zach is not hearing the music because we have the game turned down so it doesn't echo in the final audio. But it's all very surreal. Some of the earlier tracks are taken from some Sonic games, but a lot of the music is just kind of random music that the developer put in that I mean, honestly, it does fit like the more kind of colorful vibe of this level. And we did it.
Good. Oh, good. We're out.
Which, once we complete a zone, it saves. So that way we can go back and we can try it with any other character. So, yeah, well, that's right, we're in the Great Jungle. I forgot the Great Jungle was in here. From Zach's favorite episode where they discovered dinosaurs.
Oh, where they discovered... Oh.
So, alright, what characters we got?
I mean, I like that episode more than a couple of others.
Oh, yeah, there's worse episodes of Sadian than the dinosaur one.
I kind of want to see Sonic. You know, I should be letting you pick. You're the one.
You want to see Sonic?
Oh, wait, I think we said we were going to do Cream next.
Oh, yes, that's right, Cream. So she has an interesting backstory. Cream and Cheese wander the road to Robotropolis. While on her way, she meets Tails and Amy. Together, they journey to Robotropolis, and with her, she carries a lifeless Chow. She believes that Dr. Robotnik has the ability to heal. Unaware of any danger, she happily heads into battle. Interesting. And, yeah, Zach, so, that Chow is a dead Chow, but, it can also feed. It hungers.
So it's like a zombie Chow?
Something. I don't know. Alright, there we go.
I'm actually surprised this game is 2010 for some reason. Like, I feel like it should have been, like, 2000s.
What gives you that vibe from the design and all that?
The edginess, the extremeness, and just, like, I don't know. Just, for some reason I see something like this and my brain goes, this should be 2000s. Although I guess 2010 is close enough. 2010 didn't have the identity of just being boring yet.
But I think I got a checkpoint. Yes, it did.
2010 had the identity of having no identity.
Right.
And then 2020 has the identity of being the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the 2000s specifically. I mean, nothing really happened in the 2000s. I mean, nothing changed at all. Nothing.
Nope.
Oh, that's right. Josie and the Pussycats came out in the year 2000. The live-action Josie and the Pussycats.
That's a good movie, actually.
Yeah, and nothing else. Nothing else happened the year after that or any other year. And nothing else changed the entire country forever. But yeah, like, and Zach, you and I talked about when we talked about the SADM Sonic fan game, Sonic Epoch, like the era of edgy fan games. And the desire that so many... so it literally has the Sonic 1, like, spike glitch.
Do you think he put that in on purpose, or...?
I mean, who knows? Probably not, though. And we talked about how, for some reason, there was just a thing during that era that, I gotta bring back the things from my childhood, but make them edgy and dark.
Yeah, I got so tired of that. Like, I was even 16, so you would think I would be the perfect audience for the edgy fan game, and I'm just like, dude, I'm so tired of everything being like, we took Dora the Explorer, but in order to parry her, she carries drugs in her backpack. We're gonna have Barney the Dinosaur, but he's gonna do drugs. And Elmo's gonna shoot Barney, and it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, and they're gonna say bad words.
Oh, and don't forget all the Twilight hate.
All the Twilight hate, of course.
Oh, and hating Justin Bieber. Hating oh my god.
Oh god, okay, there we go.
Let's see, hating Justin Bieber, hating Twilight. Were we hating Rebecca Black yet, or was that more 2010s?
That's probably more 2010s, which
Okay.
was Friday. But yes, oh no.
Why?
Well, that sucks.
Level design.
Yep.
Is my passion.
So, well, there's definitely, I guess a grungier vibe to the level design in Sonic Nebulous, but it's like, I don't even know if I want to necessarily call this game super edgy. It feels like more like it's just trying to do like a different take.
You know what? I'll tell you why this reminds me of 2000s. It makes me think this should have the same soundtrack as The One from 2001, which is a movie I randomly saw like last week, and when I heard Let the Bodies Hit the Floor playing for the first fight scene, I went, oh, this is going to be a very special movie. And that was right.
Sonia journeys to the Great Forest in search of her lost brother. She learns of a group of freedom fighters in the Great Forest, and she stumbles upon the village of Knothole. She is told about Sally and the war in Robotropolis. They had just left on their way to Robotropolis. She decides to catch up with them and offer her help.
This game should also end with Last Resort by Papa Roach. Which, yes, that plays right before the credits. And
really?
Yes.
Dear God.
They defeat the bad guy. He gets sent to he gets. I like how it's like, do you want to land in the pit or land on the spike?
Yeah. Either way.
I don't mean to turn this into the one, but it ends with the villain being sent to a penal colony dimension, and he's fighting literally every prisoner, and Last Resort is playing as he's fighting everybody.
Oh my god. That does sound like the most 2000s thing of all time.
Like, this game also looks like it should be playing Papa Roach and... Disturbed.
Well, you say that, Zach, so you would say that, ultimately, you would say this era does have its own kind of identity in some respect. It isn't just totally that it has no identity.
I mean, like, that's the thing. I'm saying this has a 2000s vibe. This is from 2010. And I'm like, what even was 2010? I mean, 2000s was the home financial crisis. I forgot the full name of it.
Well, from 2008.
2008,
Yes, 2008 gave us that, and of course many iconic episodes of the Angry Video Game Nerd and Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's what you and I were absorbing around that time.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a huge financial crisis at the time. I was too busy watching, He'd Rather Eat the Rotten Asshole.
Yes.
Of a roadkill skunk and drown it with beer. I might have gotten the lyrics wrong. It's been a very long time since I've watched AVGN or Nostalgia Critic.
I do know one of Sonia's moves, which is she, of course, has a music power.
Of course.
Let's see here. Yep, there we go. Get out of there. There's an enemy. What? Oh, damn it. Lost my rings. I have 5, right? Yeah. There she has like a little blast and she dies.
Seems like a really bad power if she just dies at the end of it.
I'm not sure what the hell happened there. Maybe I just somehow got no rings in between landing on that enemy, but I don't know. At least all this dying has made it very easy to just cycle through a bunch of just a random characters shoved into this game. But I really appreciate it, honestly. There's not a ton of SatEM fan games, and there's even less games based off the goddamn Archie comics, which is surprising given just how much lore there is to pull from in them. There was, I think, some underground comic in the Archie comics, or at least it was just like set in the underground universe, and they were thinking about the idea of giving that series a proper ending, but it never really went anywhere.
I'm sorry, but it bothers me her head can't pick up rings.
Yeah. Okay, that's right, she has that boost when she's in the air. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting some progress. Yep, and we beat the level. And somehow we'll have to do the next act with 1 life. So what is next? Because we did the Great Forest with the dinosaur, or the Great Jungle. Okay, no, it's just more Great Jungle.
The Greater Jungle.
But now it's the Great Jungle later into the day. Yeah, I think most of these backgrounds are like the hand-painted backgrounds from SatEM, which are pretty, but obviously remarkably compressed in this old game. Fuck you, GLaDOS. Damn turrets. Okay. Swap bot. And so Sonic doesn't have the insta-shield. Sonya does.
Oh, okay.
She does have like an insta-shield type thing. Okay, defeated the swap bot.
I've never, like, I'm sure in the hands of a skilled player they can really use the insta-shield, but I was never good at it.
Sure. No! No! That sucks that you land in and that's just it, because... And you're right, Zach. Maybe that wasn't the intention of the design. What time are we looking at, Zach?
How would I know?
How would you know? Well, I guess I'll check quick.
I was gonna say, you're the one on the PC. I can't check.
We are almost 40 minutes. So what character are you thinking, Zach?
I mean, I feel like... actually, no. We gotta show Charmy the Bee, because this looks like the Charmy the Bee after he saw his friend die from drugs.
True, yeah, and he's got a little rocket launcher.
Yeah, he's ready to go kill the drug dealers.
On a mission straight from the floating island, Charmy enters the battle. His orders come directly from the Queen Bee, and he has sworn to protect the honor of the Hive. His orders are to assist the freedom fighters until the war in Robotropolis has been won. What, Zach? What is it?
I thought that said the boner of a Hive.
By the way, both of us are around 33 years old.
think they could tell from the fact we're playing a Sonic fan game. I don't think someone 16 years old is playing Sonic Nebulous. I forgot the name of it already.
So he uses 10 rings to shoot one of his rockets. So let's see if he has an A ability. There we go.
I feel like that's a weird thing to make cost rings. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't have a...
Oh no, grenades! And those are about, that's about 5 rings to shoot a little grenade or something.
That's why it's called War.
Yes. It's impressive, right? Because I don't think at the time this was made, anybody expected a goddamn Sonic game to have that line of dialogue in it. And at least an official one. That seems like something a fan game would write. Have Knuckles saying,
"Yeah,
this is all part of the plan. This is what suffering is necessary to end and find peace."
It's surprising to hear Knuckles say that too, considering that they were really playing him up as the really dumb one for a long time.
Well, mainly from Boom, but you're right.
Oh,
He was also the gullible one even in the adventure games. All right. Yep. Get up here. Get on top of that platform. No! Damn bugs. I don't trust getting on the side of that spike. Unless you can. Well, probably.
I'm pretty sure you've done it before.
Let me try that. Yep. Okay. Get some rings out of that. Get up here. Get on the platform. And I have beaten this, but I should say I've only, like I told Zach, I only beat this with Uncle Chuck because he is just too OP with his goddamn lightsaber. And honestly, I do like that design, but I don't know where the hell Sir Charles got a lightsaber. I guess he just invented it. There we are. Over that. Okay, we're getting there. Let's see if we can get at least to one more world. Nice, yep. Okay. Got a bunch of Sky Spy. Well, no, that wouldn't be Sky Spy. Sky Spies are like the big satellites that Sonic and Rotor infiltrated in Sat AM.
Hey, I remember that episode.
That was a fun one. But though, when they got up to the Spies satellite, there were just so many creatures that just didn't look like anything from the rest of the show. They were like weird, like almost alien robot hybrids or something. It was clearly based on Star Wars. But still, it was like kind of just a neat episode. The idea of Robotnik trying to watch the Freedom Fighters from space to find their location, and Sonic and Rotor being the team that time, because poor Rotor almost never gets to do anything, and it's a shame because I love Rotor. My favorite Freedom Fighters are Bunny and Rotor. Bunny because she has a beautiful heart, and her having her half robotic body gives her super strength, but also gives her kind of like this kind of dramatic backstory. And Rotor because he's a cool dude. Rotor's like the kind of person you would aspire to be. He's just like the best friend type. He's just a good guy that's just there to help everybody out. And he's also a good mechanic. Like, who can beat that? What the hell is that thing that keeps flying past me?
Do you think Rotor would have taught Tails how to be a mechanic at Sat AM?
That's a good question, because Sat AM was made before it really was set in stone that Tails was a mechanic. Because, yes, he flew the plane in Sonic 2, but as far as I know, at the time, it was just that Tails flew the plane. It wasn't that Tails was actually, like, a technical wizard or whatever, that he later became. I mean, to be fair, though, by the time we even got to the OVA, Tails is definitely a mechanic and like somebody with cool, high intelligence in the OVA, because he's the one that like designs that communicator on their arm and like all that stuff. Temple of Maga. So maybe it was always in the plan, but the American Sonic canon just never got the memo. Okay, Temple of Maga.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, Zach?
Oh my gosh. I want to say Antoine, but then it would just make me go on another rant about how much I hate Antoine. I think we've done that every time I've recorded Sonic.
Yeah.
You know, we should do Rotor. We were talking about how cool he was. We should see if Rotor's cool in this too.
Well, I don't know if he's necessarily an action hero, but in an attempt to assist Sir Charles, Rotor heads to Robotropolis. Sir Charles is the inventor of the roboticizer, which turns flesh into machine. Rotor's knowledge of technology is little compared to Sir Charles, but he hopes to help the cause. Together, they plan to dismantle the roboticizer and convert it into a de-roboticizer. Doing so could rescue many of the robotic friends. So the Temple of Maga, which I think that's the one from the very early episode of Sad AM called Sonic and the Secret Scrolls. That's the one where they defeat Robotnik with wind.
That sounds a little familiar, but I don't remember all the context.
They're solving like a ancient puzzle on this island that the secret is like the breath of life.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. That's the one where Antoine accidentally helps, because that's the only way he ever helps is by accident.
Yes, and Robotnik comes in and is trying to figure out what's going on, and they're able to use the breath of life to literally blow Robotnik off the island and get rid of him. I like Sonic and the Secret Scrolls. In the year... What year would this have been? Oh no. The rotation is stuck. The controls are reversed.
Oh no.
There we go. No, okay, there we go. But yes, in the year 2000... What year would this have been? Oh yeah, it would have been like... maybe middle school or early high school. I got recruited to voice... I was on the forums for the SADAM fan website, Fans United for SADAM, or FUS. And I was scrolling the forums and saw that there was a group of people making a Sonic the Hedgehog SADAM audio drama, which would basically act as just like writing fan scripts of like lost episodes of the show that follow up some of the episodes in Season 1 that never got a continuation, or eventually it would start adapting its own version of Season 3. They had auditions out for voice actors, and it was the first time I ever really participated in an online space. And I sent in an audition because I listened to the guys they had auditioning, and the guy they had auditioning was basically trying to do like an exact approximation of Jalil White's Sonic. And it was one of those cases that always is an issue with me, where he's trying so hard to sound exactly like Jalil that he can't emote in the performance, because he's putting so much of his effort into that. So I was like, okay, I'll do this. But what I'll do is that I won't try to copy a specific Sonic voice. I'm just going to try to give my own energy to it. I'm just going to be really energetic. So I did that, and I got the role. They recruited me, and we did a full trailer with really nice music composed by our composer that tried to mimic the music in SADAM. And, well... as it so happens, things fell off. People just, like the composer ghosted. A couple people that were also working on the team just, got mixed up with life stuff and then just died. Episode 1 was mostly fully edited, but it just never really got completed. But I have the trailer on my PC somewhere, but I don't have episode 1. I was trying to contact the creator to see if he would be able to get me access to it. But as it turns out, he's like, like 40 and like somebody's dad now, and that computer probably doesn't even exist anymore. So it's like, oh, whatever.
Why spikes and then a pit?
I don't know, Zach. Should have been called Sonic Kaizo, am I right?
Sonic the asshole!
But no, the reasons I like Sonic Nebulous, Zach, is just that I really do find its art design and all of that just very unique. Like, it's just a Sonic fan game that's always stuck out of my mind because nothing else is really like this game. Also, it's completely fucking ridiculous character roster. I don't know any other Sonic fan game that really has this level of a roster outside of maybe like some of the Sonic fighting game fan games. And I love it. I love seeing weird-ass characters just show up out of nowhere. Yes, put in more characters from Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood just to piss off Ken Penders. Okay, there we go. Yep, more of me throwing up, yep. Like, I see the intention is to add a nice graphical effect to really make the loops feel cool and interesting, but it's a little much. Oh.
Yeah, the more I watch it, the more I realize how the rotation works.
Right.
It's all based on those like little things there. I don't know the word for them, but all of those like corner curves seems to be where the camera is programmed to turn. Because when you missed that one and it didn't like turn back, I would assume that was like part of it.
Oh, that's right. He can do a jump dash. Or wait, is this the jump dash? How was I doing that? Because I need to get up there, because I can't go off to the side because that's a path for a different character that has different moves.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Rotor just has like a belly slide or something. There he goes. Nope. Come on. I feel like I'm almost like, you know, like jump, some sort of like speedrun technique. Okay. Well, come on, Rotor. You can do it. Come on, buddy. And yeah, Zach, as you might imagine, I don't think all of these were tested very well.
Yeah, I'm starting to really think that.
There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can actually beat this and move on. There we go.
Yeah, that's the thing about fan games. They always tend to get overly ambitious. And I mean, I was no different. I'm still no different to this day.
Well, Zach, you yourself tried to make a Sonic fan game at one point, did you not?
Yeah, that also did not get very far. I certainly had a lot of ideas for it, but ideas is mainly what it was.
Right.
Sonic in the Fade. Which the only reason I remember that name is because Brand and I were talking about it, and someone next to us, like sitting at our table, was like, it was like gonna take place in a different world, and I was like, man, I can't come up with like a good name for it. Can't come up with a good name for this place. And the guy, I guess, was just listening to our conversation and just goes, call it the Fade. And I'm like, ooh, I like it.
I mean, it's a cool word, but I imagine, did you have any like lore ideas behind it? Maybe it's some sort of...
Oh, I don't remember those lore ideas anymore. It was like... It wasn't exactly going to be an afterlife, but it was going to be like almost an equivalent. Like, it's not where you would go when you die, but it would be, I don't know, like a sort of... Like, it was going to be a very spiritual world.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to have an edgy OC, because of course it was.
Interesting. So essentially, Shadow the Hedgehog in his multi-dimensional travel pulled Ari out of the void he got trapped in Sad AM.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that's the logic.
Shadows did mention the void.
Yes.
So.
It's one of the many different planes that Shadow travels to. Which, honestly, if that's what they would have made Shadow into in Sad AM, I would have been into that.
Now I'm just imagining that if Shadow was in Sad AM, I wonder if they'd have Jaleel White voice him.
Oh no.
And how would Jaleel White voice Shadow the Hedgehog?
Well, they would probably also have Shadow make ridiculous slang. Like Sonic, I would imagine, in that era. Okay, can I get there through there with Ari? Nope.
He would have an edgier version of Gotta Speed.
Yeah, got a speed keyed. There we go. Up here. Is it something about the animations that's cracking you up, Zach, or just the positioning of Ari?
No, right now I'm still just laughing about the idea of Jaleel White voicing Shadow the Hedgehog. But yeah, his anatomy is a bit better than some of the other characters, and I like the fact that he like charges like a ram.
Yeah.
He looks like he's more suited to this level than Rooker was.
Sure.
But yeah, it is kind of cracking me up. Like, I get it. I'm not going to complain about it. But the head not moving at all while the rest of the body does is a little weird. Still bothers me that the head does not, I guess, can be considered a hitbox for rings.
Right.
Although I guess that means it also would not be considered a hurtbox for enemies.
Come on. Let me go up there. Yeah, fuck this. I don't think Ari was tested very well either. So I think we're pretty much done, Zach. It's a really good place to stop, I imagine. What time
yeah,
we're
we're probably about an hour.
Yep, we're about 53 minutes. That seems like a good place to...
Yeah.
Because we've shown off a lot of characters. Yeah, so that's Sonic. That's Sonic Nebulous. I find this game very interesting. I think that... And it does have a sequel. It was never finished. He released a number of demos for it. The sequel was going to be its design was like a Metroidvania. It was like this type of level design, but like an interconnected world that's all based on making a free-to-explore version of Sonic Sad AM's world.
Is that also going to have 30 characters in it?
Yeah. With their own storylines that are executed with cutscenes throughout the Metroidvania. For some reason, it didn't get finished. I'm not really sure why. But what I played of it was interesting. It looks better than this game. The art style is obviously more improved because he made it like years later. I would have probably played 2 if it ever was finished, and maybe it still will be. He still is around. What's his name there? Yeah, Iron Grind. He has a DeviantArt, and he has a YouTube channel where he posts his updates for his games too, from Sonic Nebulous to Sonic CB, which is very like Chaotix inspired. And I recommend checking them out because there's a lot of those demos are not finished. Like Sonic Nebulous is really his only finished game, but they're interesting games. There's a lot of stuff to get out of them in terms of just like how he plays around with visual effects, as well as their insane character rosters and detail put into a lot of them. No, I like his games. And I would like to see more from him. And that's partially why I made this, and partially due to nostalgia, and also because, dear God, look at this game. Like, it's definitely something you want to show off.
I was actually literally just wondering if this was going to go off during this recording. Brandon, don't forget your sub.
Don't get my... yeah.
And audience, don't forget to subscribe!
Oh, Lord. God damn it. Okay, goodbye.
Setup and payoff.